Hey guys, I'm almost to 7,000 subscribers on YouTube now. Whoa, really? How many do you have? 6,900? How many? 6,900? Hey, what's up, Funkaholics? Got the new DC Legion of Collectors. This time the theme is Batman the Animated Series. And I gotta say that this is probably the theme I've been the most excited about so far. Because Batman the Animated Series was my favorite cartoon when I was a kid. I really liked the noir feel to it, and the Art Deco style, and the really great storylines. So I'm pretty excited about this box. By now, most of you probably already know what's inside. So when I open up these Funko boxes, it's more about giving a critique and a review than an actual reveal of the items. So at the end of the video, I'll give it a rating from 1 to 10. Patch and pins. Looks like next box theme is going to be DC's Most Wanted. And they appear to be comic book versions, so that sounds kind of cool. Comic book, T-shirt, and a pop. Alright, let me bust this stuff open. Honestly, this is one of the best patches they've put in these boxes. I'm really liking the design with the cards in the background, and the little outline that matches the Joker's hair. And if you look closely, there's a little bit of shadowing on the Joker's face that's done really well. It's really subtle, but it looks really nice. And the Joker lettering is very clean. And I like that the Legion of Collectors is just very small on the bottom, and it doesn't rob the focus of the patch. Overall, this is pretty excellent. And like the patch, I think this pin is one of the best pins they've put in these boxes so far. I may be a little biased though, because Catwoman is one of my favorite characters of all time, especially the animated series version. But I'm really liking that diamond-shaped pattern behind her. It's perfect. She's a cat burglar, specifically a jewel thief. So this is a really great design. I like the way she's looking off to the side. She looks very conniving like she usually does. I like the choice of yellow for the Catwoman, and the fact that Legion of Collectors is nice and tiny on there. Overall, this is a super awesome pin. I'm also really liking the comic book. That cover is right from the beginning of the Batman the Animated Series show. Totally recognizable to anybody that saw that cartoon. Really nice. And this is supposed to be in the same universe as that series. And it looks like it's a Penguin story. So that's cool, because I kind of hate when they put a character on the cover of the box and he's not represented anywhere in the box. But this time he is. Looks like this is a Penguin story. You know, I kind of wish they would have made the background to this black, because the show is very dark and this seems a little bright. It's a small thing. But yeah, that's one of the things I liked about the show, was how dark it was. And look at those statues. Those are nice. Really liking that Harley Quinn. These bookends too. Really cool, actually. I have to look into getting some of those. But yeah, really great job with the comic book. Penguin, it's from the animated series, and the cover is great. Perfect. And to get a Dorbs, but not just any Dorbs, it's a Dorbs ride of one of the most classic Batmobiles ever. And honestly, I think these Dorbs rides lately have been pretty awesome. I think they're kind of better than the actual pop rides, because this smaller scale lends itself to the lesser detail of, you know, pop rides in general. So I'm really liking them, and I'm liking the packaging too. Let me take it out. So as you can see, this Batmobile isn't super detailed, and obviously, you know, it was drawn for the screen, and it works really, really well in the cartoon. This Art Deco style to it. It's pretty awesome. It's one of my favorite Batmobiles, and it's actually super long. It could have been maybe a little bit longer, but I totally like it anyways, and it's instantly recognizable as that Batmobile. And they even put the blue gloves on Batman, and he's holding a Batarang. Actually, they're not blue. They actually painted them in a way to kind of mimic the shadowing that they do in the cartoon. So that's a really nice touch. I like that. But like I said earlier, these less detailed rides work really well in Dorbs form, because if this was a pop, it would be super, super big, and it would just look like kind of a big hunk of black plastic. So yeah, really liking this Dorbs ride. They did a great job with it. And they really nailed the t-shirt this time. It's perfect. It's totally recognizable as Batman from the animated series. He looks like a pop. And I mean, I really like the style of it. And there's no lettering to it. It's just Batman. I love that. I hate when they always feel the need to put, hey, this is Batman, in case you didn't already know. So yeah, really think this shirt is perfect. Now for the reason we all get these boxes, the pop, and it is Mr. Freeze. I'm really glad it's Mr. Freeze because, you know, I was never a fan of Mr. Freeze. I always thought his power was kind of silly, you know, a freeze gun that freezes things instantly. It's just, I thought it was a little fantastical, and the reason I like Batman is that it's kind of grounded in reality. And I always thought Mr. Freeze was a little silly, but in the animated series, they really made him a completely sympathetic character, and he was really well written, and I liked it. The voice actor and the design overall was just super cool, and it gave me kind of like that 1940s villain feel to it. So the animated series is what made me like Mr. Freeze. So the fact that they chose him to be the pop is pretty awesome. Let me take him out. And he looks really good. I really like pops with domes. It's just totally awesome. And actually, you know, when I was seeing the pictures of this one, I thought it didn't look super great. I thought the neck looked a little weird because Mr. Freeze's dome goes straight into his like chest and shoulders. So this must have been a real challenge for the Funko designers to translate this into pop form because the head just did not lend itself to this kind of design. But they did the best they could. And now that I see it in person, his neck doesn't look as long as it did in the pictures. So it's really not that bad. And of course, you know, his goggles with the red and his eyebrows are instantly recognizable as a character. And his simple gun. And the paint job is pretty excellent. And I also like the way they actually put it, some shadowing right here on his belt. Just like on the cartoon. Really a cool looking pop. If you couldn't already tell, I really like this box. And I think this is the first box where I think every single item is perfect. The comic book cover looks great. They picked a perfect character for the patch, a perfect character for the pin. And a lot of people wanted an animated series Mr. Freeze, and they came through with a character that I can't see people being upset with if you're a fan of the animated series. And I think overall his execution is pretty good. The Batmobile is completely iconic from the series, and I also think it's done really well. And the t-shirt I'm definitely going to wear. I like how it's a pop shirt, but it's kind of a subtle pop shirt. One that little kids, women, and men can wear. This box is as good as it gets, I think, for Funko boxes. This is definitely a 10 out of 10 for me. I kind of want to go back on some of my past DC boxes that I give a high score and lower those a little bit because they are definitely not on this box's level. This is the best Legion of Collectors box that Funko has put out. Alright guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thanks for watching another one of my reviews. Take care of yourself and have a good one.